Hello everyone and welcome back to my The Young and Restless 24 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Summer meets with Daniel at Society. The siblings have important to bandy, and the content of discussion is Summer's love life. With her ex-husband Kyle dating Claire, Daniel wonders how Summer is handling the situation. Summer gets protective when Daniel asks if she's jealous of Kyle and Claire. Although she claims she's not jealous, her recent jest says else. Could this be the end of Claire and the morning of a Skyle reunion? Away, Audra addresses with Holden at Crimson Lights. Last week, it was revealed that Audra and Holden knew each other. Although it's unclear how the two are connected, one thing is certain: Audra doesn't want anyone to know about their history. Still, her secret might be close to coming out when a suspicious Nate catches her and Holden together. Victor's recent near-death experience did little to change him. Now that he's healed and back home, the mustache is ready to get back to business. After taking down Jordan and Ian, Victor sets his sights on another adversary. This week, he calls Michael to the estate to help with his rearmost plan. Victor, formerly again, reignites his contest with longtime nemesis, Jack. This time, Victor is going to hit Jack where it hurts, by going after Jabot. There's no telling what Victor has in store, but it's not going to be enough for Jack and the Abbotts. Billy prepared his Paris apartment with champagne, chocolate, and flowers for Sally, but was surprised when Phyllis arrived rather. She revealed that Sally was in Genoa City with Adam. Phyllis poured champagne, teased him about dancing, and claimed they made a great platoon. She claimed neither Sally nor Chelsea was right for him, as they detracted him from work. Billy admitted he planned to go after Victor, but wouldn't risk his company. Just before they kissed, Phyllis suddenly woke up in her bed, confused by the dream. At Crimson Lights, Sharon was startled by the romantic setup. Nick appeared with a rose, explaining he wanted to celebrate her. He expressed his deep admiration, rued their lost time, and confessed his enduring love. They danced, and when she jokingly asked if he wanted to move back in, he eagerly agreed. Just as they kissed, he dissolved. Sharon woke up, realizing she had been featuring. Nick stood before her, cheering her she could always count on him. At the estate, Adam set up the place decorated with roses and candles. Chelsea admitted she had fallen for him again. She claimed Connor's struggles had changed them, making them better people. They heated, danced, and reflected on their trip. Before they could kiss, Sally burst in, confessing she had conceded about Adam and wanted to try again. Chelsea faded, leaving Adam confused. Sally believed their once issues were tied to Connor and wanted an alternate chance. Adam admitted he'd no way stopped loving her, but had eventually moved on. Suddenly, Chelsea woke him up, revealing he'd been talking in his sleep. She handed him jalapeno lime chips, which he incontinently started eating. At the extension, Nate told Lily and Devon about the real Damien, raising their enterprises. While Nate understood Damien's caution, they still set up him suspicious. Nate plotted to see any of their father in him, but conceded the situation was life-changing for Damien. Determined to connect, Nate pledged to keep trying, despite Devon's warnings. Lily respected his sweats, but said the decision was Damien's. Nate hoped Damien would forgive his mama, though he was frustrated by Damien's lack of concern for Amy. At Crimson Lights, Damien commended Holden, floundering with the verity about his mama's deception. Holden suggested forgetting everything and returning to LA, which Damien decided to do. At Society, Damien smiled at Lily when they crossed paths. In Paris, Billy dismissed Phyllis's critical calls about Daniel accepting the job, admitting he substantially hired him for her. She assured him she was happy he wasn't using the company against Victor. Latterly, Phyllis told Nick she was agitated about her new adventure. Skeptical, Nick reminded her of Billy's history. Meanwhile, Billy intimately made a call, ordering a disquisition into Nikki's conduct at Chancellor. Summer ordered an oat milk latte and a muffin at Crimson Lights, where Sharon incontinently brought up her exculpation. She assumed Summer still begrudged her for framing Daniel. Summer said everyone wanted to move on, but Sharon's justifications weren't enough. Nick arrived and diffused the pressure. Summer assured him she wasn't losing it, but she still couldn't ignore Sharon's conduct. Nick claimed Sharon wasn't responsible and prompted Summer to be compassionate. Summer refused to be rushed, and Sharon, still affrighted by what she had done, snappily left. At her table, Summer looked at Filmland of Harrison's diorama. Claire arrived, and they bandied Harrison's happiness and Claire's sweats to fix effects between Kyle and Victor. Summer advised her not to push too hard, as Kyle believed winning Victor over would be an uphill battle. Meanwhile, Sharon admitted to Nick that Summer's resentment hurt but wasn't surprising. Nick believed she was misdirecting wrathfulness meant for Jordan and Ian. Sharon hoped for remission, but Nick comforted her time would heal effects. At society, Phyllis pushed Daniel about his job decision. He revealed he'd accepted, and she was thrilled. She wanted to call Billy incontinently, but Daniel reminded her he was in Paris with Sally. In Paris, Billy and Sally enjoyed Ashley's apartment, indulging in food and fun. They got caught in the rain, returned drenched, and made love. Meanwhile, Phyllis left Billy a voicemail, egging Daniel to question her passions. She denied romantic interest, averring Sally was a distraction. Nick and Sharon participated a laugh over an old memory. As Billy and Sally embraced in Paris, his phone kept buzzing, Phyllis wouldn't stop calling. Jack and Diane met Victoria and Claire at society, agitating Ian Ward and Claire's relief that Victor was safe. Jack admitted he'd imagined a world without Victor, sparking a debate. Victoria defended her father, while Diane reminded them how he'd turned Kyle against them. Jack advised Victor might manipulate Claire, but she claimed he wouldn't. Latterly, Claire questioned Victoria, who revealed Victor formerly had her arrested on her marriage day to Billy. Claire was shocked, but Victoria comforted her he wouldn't intrude in her life. Claire also participated her disappointment that Kyle had cancelled their regale for Summer and Harrison. At the estate, Nick brazened Victor about poking in Summer's love life. Victor argued he was guarding his family and wanted Claire to stay down from Kyle. Nick claimed she should make her own opinions, but Victor didn't want her wasting time on an abbot. Meanwhile, Summer and Kyle spent time with Harrison, who was thrilled to be with them. They reminded him they were still a family, despite not being married. While working on a diorama, Harrison asked for a canine and a picture for Claire, making Summer emotional. When Claire called, Kyle put her on speaker, and she respected the diorama, but both she and Summer sounded worried, drinking wine. Away, Amy and Nate met Damien, who replied coldly. Amy revealed she had leukemia and only months to live. She also admitted Jackson was Aunt Damien's natural father, Nate was his half-family. Damien dismissed it but was shaken. At their table, Jack and Diane continued agitating Victor until Jack lost his appetite. Latterly, Victoria advised Victor to stay out of Claire's life, but he dismissed her enterprises, leaving Victoria torn between solicitude and wrathfulness. Nick and Victoria met at society for a business meeting, enjoying a break from chaos. They bandied their father's firing. Nick believed he'd times left, but Victoria bothered about his dimmed mood. He comforted her it was natural reflection, prompting her to cherish their time together. They praised Faith's adaptability, and Nick respected Sharon's recovery but remained conservative. He abominated what Ian and Jordan had done to them, and Victoria agreed. At Crimson Lights, Harrison bandied his diorama design. Summer suggested working on it that night, while Kyle, intimately planning regale with Claire and Victor, saw it as an reason to skip. When Summer questioned his need for Victor's blessing, Kyle explained their relationship had changed. He assured her he and Claire were happy. Claire invited Victor to regale with Kyle, but he refused, believing Kyle was weak and unworthy. She defended Kyle, averring he watched about her, but Victor advised she was seeing effects through rose-colored spectacles. Kyle latterly cancelled regale to help Harrison. Claire streamlined Victor, who advised Kyle would always prioritize Summer and Harrison. Summer checked on Victor, apologizing to Claire. Claire remained determined to change his mind. Nick latterly asked Victor if he was pushing Summer toward Kyle. Meanwhile, Adam and Chelsea joked about Connor's snacks until Sharon arrived, making effects awkward. She brought them a gamble and comforted them she wasn't poking, though she noted they had reunited ahead. Chelsea forcefully stated history wouldn't repeat itself. After Sharon left, Adam bothered she might have passions for Nick. Chelsea suspected Sharon misdoubted their relationship status. Adam advised that people would continue assuming they were a couple, and Chelsea braced for the ongoing enterprise.